welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For this video, we are in Catoosa, Oklahoma, and I've come here in the recording of today. It is Saturday, May 30th, 2026, and the Blue Whale of Catoosa, my most favorite roadside attraction of all time, has reopened. We're having the grand opening celebration today. There's a festival going on. Earlier today, there was a 5K, which I did participate in. Woohoo! Check out the previous video about that. But we're just here to check out the festival and to be here for the grand opening and just kind of see what's going on. So let's go and check it out. So you have to park at this park that is about a little over a mile away from the actual site, and ride these shuttles over to the festival site. This is the old reptile pit when this was a zoo, and I'm glad they've kept that intact. That's pretty cool that that's still there and they didn't tear that part down. And then right there's the new visitor center. So I was here the day this building will be dedicated, May 30th, 2026, in grateful recognition of Hugh and Zelta Davis. Now, it's really cool on the glass windows and doors around the front of the visitor center. They tell the story of Hugh and Zelta, as well as the story of the Blue Whale of Catoosa. Now, and there's the blue whale itself. Mile markers. 711 miles to Chicago. 418 to St. Louis. Ted Cruz. So I can look that up.
How you doing, guys? There they are. We've been waiting for you. Everything here is handmade. They refuse to do that.
How are your ears broken today?
we do kind of go down the drain like on that area too. Well, I am Pro, Jay, Bonita,
That's like you guys made it as well. We made it too. Hello, how are you guys doing? Thirsty? What can I get for you? And she said, no, mine called one of So we were laughing and we go, and then we got, even if we have some she's been doing it a lot longer, you know? But she has this Bigfoot thing going on. Have you read any of that? No. I just know there's two. It's a big one.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
Doing well. You doing good?
All right.
Really cool.
was really impressed by this doodle booth here by Faith 2 Ink, and I ended up having an illustration done of myself. A little bit. What was your name?
My name's Deanna.
Deanna, and what do you do here, Deanna?
I do hand-drawn portraits of people and pets.
Awesome. And it's Faith 2 Ink?
Yes, you'll find it on Instagram.
All right. Thank you. Here is the final product. It's really awesome.
All right, if everybody can start making their way down here towards the stage, we're going to kick off the ribbon cutting here in just a few minutes. So give you guys a chance to get down here.
And I just want to say thank you, most of all, to the people of Catoosa, that you got behind the city council. This used to be, you couldn't hardly see it out here. It was really grown up pretty bad, and the visitor center was such a small building, but now we've got an amazing, huge building to be more adequate for our tourists. So I just thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And I would like to introduce Lee Belt. Lee, come on up. Lee is he's an amazing guy. He's really it's such an honor to give your grandparents the privilege of being able to build this up. And so go ahead and talk.
All right, good. Thank you, Greg. I'll keep this very, very short. As hot as it is, we'll get through this. But what I wanted to do is share a memory or two just for the family as we've been all gathered around for the last week or so talking about these activities. I kind of got voluntold that I was going to stand up, share a few memories about Hugh, and we'll do that pretty quickly. But one thing I wanted to say about Hugh Davis was all the stuff that he did with the blue whale, he did after his retirement. So everybody kind of knows him for the blue whale, but he was an artist, he was a photographer, he was a zoologist, he was an explorer, he'd been to Africa, done all kind of safari trips around with Martin and Osa Johnson. So this project that he tackled was after he thought he was done with his kind of professional life. And when he started this, as everybody knows the backstory around kind of the for my grandmother for their wedding anniversary in September of 72. But when he started this, as things did with my grandfather all the time, they kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger. So what started out as a little sun deck became an 80-foot whale. I think one of the coolest things about this was when he finished this thing, and it became like what was designed to be more for the family, as people started coming, he had a choice. He put up a fence, and Hugh put up a gate. You put up a no trespassing sign, and Hugh built a snack shop. Or you put out, the stayaways, he built the bathrooms. So, like with everything he did, when people came, Hugh Davis made room for them. And that's the one thing that I loved about my grandfather. We had the opportunity of growing up, John, Paul, myself, all the cousins, my sister Carrie, we grew up next door or right nearby. So every day we were at the whale with my grandfather. We would come and raise the flag with him. At night we would take the flag down and we would hunt all kinds of animals. He would walk us around the back end of the woods. Not just the family that was here, but all the people that became family. All the friends that we had growing up became like Hugh's grandchildren. And the way that he opened up everything that he did to family was one of my best memories of here. I would say that I learned how to swim at the whale, but it was an unorthodox manner. John and Paul threw me off of the whale's tail at probably 3 years old, and it was a sink or swim moment. And the same with Carrie. So when you grew up the younger one, you got the older ones bringing you up, which I think is a fantastic memory. The final thing that I would like to say about my grandfather is when we were talking about all of our memories, all the cousins throughout this week, it reminded me of when someone passes away and you're gathered around the table and you're saying, remember when they did this, you know, oh, we love this about them. And I thought, wow, that discussion felt very similar to a funeral. But everything that's going on around us with this new stuff is a rebirth of what he was doing and what he meant to be for everyone along Route 66, within the town, and the way that it's grown is really all those memories. Being able to see them brought back to life through this facility here is an incredible honor to get up here and talk about it. So I appreciate the time. I appreciate the honor you guys gave me to get up here and talk about my grandfather, and I'll give it up now.
I have the honor of introducing our Lieutenant Governor, Matt Pinnell, who has been working on everything Route 66 and spearheading this effort for many years. This will be the last year with Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell. We are terribly, terribly sad, and we will miss him greatly. You have been a champion for Oklahoma and a dear, dear friend, and I have loved that you live in Tulsa because you have been in Rogers County more than any other statewide, and so we will miss that. Without further ado, I want to introduce my friend, Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell.
Allie Seifert, everybody, your state senator. Also have Denver Tidwell with us, the kid ambassador on Route 66, ladies and gentlemen. My man, Denver Tidwell, who's got a few words for you when we close this thing up. Very briefly, because again, I know you all want to go see, again, this new Welcome Center. Tourism is the front door to economic development. This city understood that, so give your city a big round of applause. This wouldn't have happened without them. They understood, as the representative said, that again, we're going to stop being a pass-through and we're going to have sales tax dollars being dropped in Catoosa and not just Tulsa. Can I get an amen? When we create sales tax in communities, we can pay for police and fire departments and all the city services that taxpayers should demand. In Catoosa, America should demand more. And you've done it right here. This is a perfect example of preservation and a little bit of modernization mixed together to promote the most famous road in the entire world. That's what this is, folks. I mean, this is the Freedom Road for international tourists around the world. That's why they come to Oklahoma. It's why they hit Route 66, because it means freedom to them. But this is the greatest America road trip that you can take today. And it's the greatest America road trip that you can take because it's for everybody and it's for all generations. And that is why I have Denver with me here today. Folks, this road's not just for baby boomers anymore. The next generation is geeking out on this road as much as anybody today. And that's why we wanted to make sure we had a kid ambassador of Route 66, Denver Tidwell from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's got a few words to say about what Route 66 means to him.
I think Route 66 is just about family. It's about the open road, and it's about memories. I've had so many memories here, and they've been great, especially at the Blue Whale in Catoosa. Woo!
I mean, come on. If you can't sell that, you can't sell anything. Denver Tidwell, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's cut the ribbon. Let's make sure we get more folks stopping along this road. Oklahoma is the best state to live, work, and raise a family, and Route 66 is a big reason why. God bless you, and God bless the free state of Oklahoma. Thank you all.
All right, tell me, are you ready, Mayor? Are you ready? Okay. Everybody get your pictures?
All right. Carrie, count down 3, 2, 1.
Are we ready?
Or you'll count down 3, 2, 1.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
And this is the chaos inside the visitor center once people were allowed to go in. Cabin Boys Brewery from Tulsa had a little stand here, and they were selling the Blue Whale Lemon Wheat Ale. So I picked myself up a can to just have a taste and have a taste of this drink here. Celebrate the Blue Whale of Catoosa. Well, that was the reopening of the Blue Whale of Catoosa here on Route 66 in Catoosa, Oklahoma. It's kind of a sneak peek at the opening day festivities. There was a lot of other stuff that was going on. There's some concerts, some music later. I'm not sticking around for that. But I'm happy the Blue Whale of Catoosa is one of my favorite, actually it's not one of my favorite, it is my favorite roadside attraction of all time. I love the story behind it, of why it was created. And it's just, you know, it's such a cool thing sitting there. I don't know, whales, penguins are my favorite animal, but there's something about a whale too. I don't know, something just ties in kind of biblically almost. So anyway, I'm glad it's reopened for the public. They've got a great new visitor center there. This was phase 1, I believe, of the project. I think there's 3 phases all total from what they are wanting to do with that area eventually. I mean, they'll be adding some things, some of the things that were taken away before. My understanding is some of the things that were taken away to build the new visitor center and things will be replaced, but maybe not where they were originally, but they will be replaced in a different area. So anyway, if you get a chance, if you're coming through Catoosa, if you're on Route 66, be sure to check out the Blue Whale. If you've liked this video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, the dislike button. I thank you for watching. This has been another adventure in TV land. And until next time, that's a wrap.